Have you ever engaged in a serious debate over which is better, Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings? Have you ever played Smash or Pass using only characters from Star Wars and Marvel movies? If you answered yes to any of these questions, we have the podcast for you. Listen to The Steam Gentlemen, the podcast where an expert panel convenes to ask the questions about pop culture and social commentary that other podcasts are afraid to ask. Listen to The Steam Gentlemen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Wrestling fans, promoters, wrestlers, and anyone who enjoys pro wrestling now have something new to be excited about. The Wrestling Fans International Association, the WFIA, is back. WFIA is an association that exists to promote, grow, and support professional wrestling throughout the world. Membership is free. Your membership includes a free digital bi-monthly publication of the Wrestling Fan News newsletter, association updates, voting privileges, and much more. Please go to thewfia.org, that's THEWFIA.org, and become a member today.
Welcome back again, everybody, to the 1987 Supermod. I am your host, Brad Drake, and this is my AWA Save. We are filming the 4th episode of Championship Wrestling tonight. Let's go ahead and bring things up here and get right to it. All right, we're going to have a couple dark matches. We're going to see Ali Khan in action, and we are also going to see the Nasty Boys. In singles action on this show, we're going to see Mando Guerrero. The Russians will be in tag team action with their no-good manager, Sheik Adnan LKC. We are going to see Mr. Magnificent Kevin Kelly in action. We're going to see the World Tag Team Champions, the Midnight Rockers. And in our main event, everybody, if he's available, we are going to see Doug Summers versus Jerry the King Lawler. We're going to see promos, everybody. Rose and Summers will cut a promo. The Midnight Rockers will cut a promo. And Jerry the King Lawler will cut a promo. Let's double check here to make sure that Lawler, and he's not. Lawler is not available, everybody. That's just my luck. You know that? It's just my luck. All right, so who are we going to put Doug Summers in here against? Let's put Doug Summers against Jimmy Snuka. No, better yet, let's put him in there with Sergeant Slaughter. Because Sergeant Slaughter can cut a promo. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and one more time, we'll just take a quick look here at things, make sure we got everything figured out. We do. So that means it is time for us, all of us, let's get to booking. Here we go. We're going to mark it dark. We have Starr versus Khan. I don't think this one will beat our score of 1, but it might come close. We'll see. We'll see if it does. I still can't believe we had a match that scored a 1. That's the first, and I've been playing this game for a very long time. All right. Another 5-minute bout here. And we are going to see Sean Baxter and Kevin Collins. So Baxter and Collins versus the Nasty Boys. So here is Sean Baxter. Here is Kevin Collins. Oh, I got to pick a tag match first. Let's try this again. It's been, here we go. Sean Baxter and Kevin Collins. It's been a long week, everybody, so bear with me. Here's Kevin Collins, and they are facing the Nasty Boys. All right, we are going to give the win here to Brian Brian Knobs will get the win here. All right, so this one is booked. This is going to take us on to our main card now. Keith Pullins against Mando Guerrero. You've heard me many times speak praise of the Guerrero brothers. And of course, Mando Guerrero is no exception. He was an excellent in-ring worker. All right, so Mando gets the winner. Keith Pullins, of course, was a former Detroit big-time guy. And Mando gets the win. Up next, we've got Billy Anderson and the future King Kaluha. Here we go, Anderson and Kaluha versus the Russians. Here is Billy Anderson. And Bill Anderson is not available. So we're going to put Budokan in there. And Kaluha. Clicked on the wrong thing there, sorry. And they are going to face the Russians here. Here we go. We're going to make sure Boris Zhukov gets the win here. So we have Kaluha and Khan versus the Russians. Boris Zhukov's going to get the win. Going to make the adjustment on our sheet here. Kaluha and Budokan. There we go. All right, Rose and Summers are going to cut a promo here. Buddy Rose and Doug Summers cut a promo. All right, here is Buddy Rose. Here is Doug Summers. They're talking to Larry Nelson. They're talking about Midnight Rockers. So Marty Genadi and Shawn Michaels. So we have entertainment, off screen. This one is booked. All right, up next, Mark Young is going to face Kevin Kelly. And Mark Young is going to do what Mark Young does best, and that is lose. Mark Young, of course, is the son of Chief Jay Strongbow. And he would do a breakdancing gimmick in the WWF with I wouldn't even say a half push, I would say a quarter push that they gave him that didn't last too long, and then he just became strictly enhancement talent. So here we go. Here is Kevin Kelly with the victory here. And up next, we have our Midnight Rockers cut a promo. And here is Marty Genadi. Here is Shawn Michaels. Ooh, wrong one there. They're talking to Larry Nelson, of course. And they're talking about Buddy Rose. I'm sorry. Buddy Rose. And Doug Summers. Entertainment, off screen. That one's booked. All right, up next, we have the title match here of Kenny Johnson and Mike Luca. I'm going to go 3 minutes, of course. Johnson and, got to adjust that. Johnson and Luca versus the Midnight Rockers. Here is Ken Johnson. Here is Mike Luca. And here are Midnight Rockers, the World Tag Team Champions, reigning and defending World Tag Team Champions. Here we go. We're going to have Shawn Michaels get the win. AWA was a territory that put the title on the line in enhancement matches. All right, Sergeant Slaughter is going to cut a promo. Here we go. Sergeant Slaughter cuts a promo. Of course, he's not in a feud with anybody, so it's just an open promo. That's all right to do in wrestling. You can do that. Here is Larry Nelson. And this one's booked. Now we're ready for our big main event here. which is going to go 20 minutes. And we are going to have Summers versus Slaughter. Here is Doug Summers. Here is Sergeant Slaughter. We are going to have Sergeant Slaughter get the victory by DQ. And he's going to get that victory due to outside interference, in which Buddy Rose is going to attack him. This is going to set us up for a 6-man tag down the road, everybody. Maybe the next set of tapings. All right, so this one's booked. We're at 56 minutes. We're ready to rock and roll here, everybody. Let's see how we do. All right, Ali Khan beats Mike Starr, and we don't get a 1, but we do get a 13. Whew, a rough 13. All right, up next, we have Sean Baxter. Look at that hair. Yeah, look at that hair. That is a perfect mullet. I noticed that mullets are coming back now, and I actually saw a kid with a similar mullet to this the other day. All right, Sean Baxter and Kevin Collins are going in there against the Nasty Boys. The Nasty Boys are crude and brutal in the ring at this point. Not much of workers, more like street brawlers that just beat the hell out of everybody. And lots of green here. We get a 26 for this dark match. All right, our first opening bout here. Well, there's only one opening bout, and this is it. Keith Pullins takes the fall to Mando Guerrero. Mando Guerrero gets the win with that German suplex. 57 overall. Mando gets a nice 76 score on his own. And, of course, no takeaways here for Mando. All right, Budokan and Kaluha in there against the big Russians. Get a 34 overall for this one. Ustinov, 35. Zhukov, 46. Lots of green here. Green equals money. And, of course, Sheik Adnan LKC helps out his team. Of course, we're getting penalized pretty heavily here for inexperience, inconsistency, psychology, you name it. All right, up next here, Buddy Rose and Doug Summers cut a promo on the World Tag Team Champions. They get a 51 overall, and they did not do bad here. I'll take a 51. Not a bad score at all. Mark Young and Kevin Kelly. Kevin Kelly gets the win with that sleeper. 51 and a 22 gives us a 39 overall, and the penalties are only against Mark Young here. All right, up next, Shawn Michaels and Marty Genadi cut themselves a 56 promo. And I'm telling you, everybody, this is not the Rockers that we would see a year or two from now in this game. They are still developing. They're still a little rough. They're still a little raw. 56 overall. Lots of green here. Midnight Rockers are on their way. All right, Kenny Johnson and Mike Luca in the ring against the Rockers. We get a 45 overall. Lots of green here. Green equals money. But the match has its penalties. And Michaels and Genadi are being penalized for inexperience. All right, Sergeant Slaughter gives us a big promo here. Exactly what we needed, a 67 overall. Lots of green here. And again, green equals money. Up next here, our main event. Ooh, gets a rough 66. This could hurt us, everybody. We could be in some trouble here. But Slaughter gets a 69 on his own. Dougie Summers, 53. 66 overall. And surprisingly, there's not any takeaways here. So, well, that's not a bad score for what it is. Let's see how we do. All right, we get a gain in 24 regions. I'll take it. Not bad. And we're going to go ahead and finish this one up. This one will take us back to the main screen here. And we are done with Championship Wrestling. So we will be recording All-Star Wrestling next. And while that game is loading, we'll set this up. Here we go. And once again, I can't reach the taskbar there for the Excel sheet. What the hell? There we go. Now we got some cooperation. All right, we'll delete that. And we're in June. All we got to do is just transfer over dates. June, 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 June. Take the yellow off here. Go back to white. And our first show is going to be here the first week of All-Star Wrestling. Remember, All-Star Wrestling is syndicated, whereas Championship Wrestling is on national television through cable. And we're going to go ahead and put dark matches in here right away, too. So we go down to dark, dark, Make the adjustment over. There we go. All 4 are covered. 5 and 5. There's 5. There's 5 and 5. There is 5 and 5. We'll save this one. Ready to rock. All right, here we are back at the main screen. Let's check our incoming here. Nick Bockwinkel digs execution number 1. I dig him too. And of course, Tony Leone is hurt. So our next thing up here is All-Star Wrestling. Yes. That's a lot of TV tapings for one night. Actually, we split them up. It's Tuesday night. All right, cool, everybody. That's going to do it for this episode. For those of you that are new to the channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and drop us a message below. Let us know how you found the channel, what you think of us so far. For those of you looking for us on social media, you can find us on facebook.com/group/1987supermod. You can also find us over on Reddit under the subreddit of TEW 2020 Friends. Don't forget, everybody, we're also on Discord. Check us out, 1987 Supermod. If you would like these shows early and YouTube ad-free, make sure you check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/PowerCast Network. Not only will you get the shows early and YouTube ad-free, but you will also get access to all the updates of the 1987 Supermod. You get access to all of our spreadsheets, all of our bonus content, and so much more, everybody. It starts out at just $5 a month. That's cheaper than a cup of coffee from, well, not McDonald's. McDonald's is still cheap enough, but a cup of coffee from Starbucks, and a lot of you go to Starbucks. So check it out, everybody. Last but not least, make sure you check out Wrestling Fans International Association. It is on the move and the premier fan organization worldwide, everybody. That's the WFIA.org. That's THEWFIA.org. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.